Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at demonic remains and the Helliquary. Let's go. So today we're going to be looking at the Helliquary and demonic remains. Now, huge shout out to my friend Celine the Avenger, who you'll know from some of my previous videos, because he actually suggested I make a video on this topic, and I've seen numerous people asking questions about it on Facebook on the Diablo Immortal page. So I thought we'd look at this and talk through it a little bit today. So to access your Helliquary, you go to the menu and click on Seeker's Path. This was brought in a few months back. This was totally new, and within this you have the Ancestral Tableau, Upgrade Equipment, and your Helliquary as well. So we're going to be looking at the Helliquary specifically today. Now, you can see on the Helliquary here it says my bonus attributes. So these bonus attributes, these apply everywhere in game. So this applies to your character in every instance in game. So we've got bonus attributes on vitality, fortitude, intelligence, and willpower. Now underneath this it says the following attributes only activate in Helliquary raids and challenge rifts. So this means that these bonuses are only active in Helliquary raids and challenge rifts, nowhere else in game. So for Helliquary raids and challenge rifts, I'll have an increase of 17% on critical hit chance, 10% on skill damage, 8% damage done by summons, which I don't really use summons, and damage taken is reduced by 1.5%. Now at the top here it says bonus seeker rating, and you can press the information button here. So this tells you where the bonuses are coming from on the Seeker's Path rating as well. So we're going to be looking at the demonic remains as well today, and I'm going to be talking through this. So you can see I've got several on each tab. I've got some red buttons or red notifications on these to show that I've got ones that are potentially upgrades. So when you click on it, it will tell you what this upgrade is. So this one has an upgrade in combat rating. It has the attributes vitality, willpower, and intelligence. And the special attributes, we've got damage done increased 1.5% per nearby party member, movement speed increased by 3%, and critical hit chance increased by 4%. Now currently I have the one active on the left, which is giving me fortitude, willpower, and intelligence. Damage taken is reduced by 1.5% and critical hit chance is increased by 3%. So I generally look out for critical hit chance, skill damage increase from these remains. Those are the ones that I generally go for. I try to go for the same special attributes. As I said, the special attributes will only apply in Helliquary raids and in challenge rifts. However, the attributes where you've got vitality, willpower, intelligence, etc., that applies everywhere. Generally for the attributes, I look out mainly for fortitude. So although this one says it's an upgrade and it's got an upgrade in combat rating and an upgrade in the attributes, it isn't the attributes that I want. So we have another one here on this tab that is also an upgrade. This one has a +2 on the combat rating. It has fortitude, which I'm looking for, but it doesn't have critical hit chance. So it's worth always looking through the demonic remains so that you actually get the special attributes that you want. And obviously having critical hit chance, having skill damage, those are things that are going to help with the damage that you deal in Helliquary raids. So looking here, we've got skill damage increase, we've got primary attack damage increase, we've got fortitude, willpower, and intelligence, fortitude, vitality, and willpower, on the upgrade. However, the upgrade is only 1 combat rating, and it's -1 on fortitude, and vitality is no different. So actually, although this is a minor upgrade, it's not really worth swapping out for. Now obviously, every time you run your Helliquary raids twice a week, you will gain more demonic remains from these raids, and it's always worth, as I said, looking through to see if you can get ones that are actually going to give you more damage or better stats overall than what you've got currently. And you can keep some, so you can keep some of these stashed so that you can swap them out, swap them around, change different bits that you might want to in different builds. A few people have suggested that they add different loadouts for this so that you can swap your loadout easily rather than having to go into Helliquary and swap the remains, because obviously, as I said, the overall attributes and the overall combat rating applies everywhere, and sometimes it's disappointing when you've got one like this, for example, where it is actually 500 combat rating but it's not got all of the attributes that you want. So as I said, combat rating and attributes will apply everywhere in game, whereas the special attributes only apply in raids and in the challenge rifts, which it actually tells you that on the front page here as well, just above where it has those bonus attributes. Now my Helliquary is level 70. Level 70 is currently the highest you can upgrade this. I imagine more levels will come out eventually, or some other way of upgrading it may come out, but for a lot of people they're not all at this level, so it does take a little bit of time to upgrade it, and to upgrade it you need the Void Blood Slag as well, which you can collect from a few different things in game. Now there is more information on the Helliquary at the top here, so let's just read through this before I end this video. So the Helliquary is a powerful creation forged to defend against and battle some of the most powerful demons from the burning hells. As your Helliquary grows in power, so do you. Upgrading your Helliquary increases your combat rating and unlocks slots to seal demonic remains into the Helliquary. Upgrading your Helliquary requires special material called Void Blood Slag. Void Blood Slag can be awarded by the Battle Pass, defeating Helliquary demons, salvaging demonic remains, and from other special sources. As you progress through the difficulties, you will encounter new and more powerful demons to battle. Defeat demons you encounter with a raid of 1 to 8 players to acquire demonic remains, which can then be sealed into Helliquary to continue increasing its power. Demonic remains can be found with 2 to 3 attributes and special attributes that further increase your power inside challenge rifts. Demonic remains must be sealed into Helliquary slot to gain benefit from its listed above attributes and bonus in challenge rifts. Demonic remains that are not strong enough to be placed into your Helliquary can be salvaged at the blacksmith to obtain the Void Blood Slag within, allowing you to further upgrade your Helliquary. There is a small chance when defeating a Helliquary boss of triggering a Helliquary surge. The portal will appear that players can activate to battle a sequence of echoes of other Helliquary bosses and earn additional rewards. If the selected Helliquary boss difficulty is lower than current server difficulty, determined by server paragon level, spectral allies can be added to fill raid slots. So another thing that I just want to mention with the demonic remains, while I remember it because I did almost forget this, is that a lot of people will ask to be carried through raids. They might not have the correct paragon level. So for example, obviously with Inferno 6 there was a lot of people asking to be boosted through those raids, but that means you will not actually be able to use those demonic remains until you have reached that difficulty. So these demonic remains that I've got, these are Inferno 6 ones, but if I wasn't at Paragon 800 I wouldn't be able to use these. So sometimes it's good to get a little bit of a boost if you're close to that level, close to unlocking it, but if you're still far away there's no point in doing those raids just to gain a little bit of extra experience. So I'm pretty sure that's everything from me for this video today. If you have any further questions on Helliquary, please let me know in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. But thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Official Diablo Partner.